God, I love it. Oh, that nasty. What's up, everybody? It's Stefan here from Mod2Fame, and we are back with another video. Man, today we are doing something super exciting for me, at least, because we are driving one of the cars that I always wanted, and that is, you'll see it, beauty montage in 3, 2, 1.
Z06 buried this beat.
All right, guys, so there it is, a 2009 Corvette Z06. Why did I say in the intro this is like my favorite car, or at one point my favorite car? Is because of the disruption that this car had on the supercar industry. It was a sports car that was competing with exotics and supercars and beating them. The C6 Z06 to me is sexy, wide, angry, sound is impeccable, and with very little mods, you can go pretty damn fast. As you're gonna see in this video right here, we're gonna take this thing out for a spin, and you're gonna see what bolt-ons and a cam can actually do to a C6 Z06. Now the question is this car out of it? Is this car now done? Is this car now a wrap? I'm here to tell you, at an average price of $40,000, dog, I highly doubt it. But I don't want to talk too much. Let's jump into it and let's drive it. I'll talk to you after the drive. Come on. All right, y'all. So here we are inside the 2009 Corvette C6 Z06. As I said, there's been a lot of talk about the C8 coming out. So the question is, you know, is this still a good car to get? Is this still a great car to buy? Is it a car that you still want in your collection, considering that a new car is coming out? Now, this is going to make this car now 2 generations behind in 2020 when the C7s start to actually hit the streets. What we're going to do is drive it a little bit. You know, I'm going to give you my natural impressions on the car, and then we'll take it from there. So for right now, let me tell you a little bit about it by putting up the window so that you guys could hear me clearly. Blasting the AC, because that's one thing Corvettes have good. AC, and let's ride out a little bit, man. Rock with your boy. So the C6 Z06, baby. Man, this car, when it was introduced, I believe this car, it actually started hitting reviews and stuff like that back in 06, late 06 as a 07 model. In late 06, the car hit the streets with 505 horsepower. And with 505 horsepower, with a car that only weighs 3150, between 3150 and 3200 pounds, you have a very dangerous combination, right? You got a lot of horsepower, manual transmission, and lightweight, big motor, 7 liters. 7 liters is the LS7 motor, which is in this car. So with that combination, this car came out and was destroying supercars. It was running quarter miles at 11.6. It was just ridiculous what it was doing. And then when it was hitting the tracks, it was running really good times at the track. So, you know, after the C5 was already a great car. It was a great step in the right direction for Corvette. But the C6, they really got a lot more right. And the introduction of the Z06 was the first time that Corvette actually changed body panels on the car. The C5 Z06, it was a better motor. In 03, it made 405 horsepower. And it had revised suspension, it had revised wheels, but it wasn't a drastic difference in the look outside of the fixed roof once you left the Targa models. But now with the C6 Z06, they made the car wider, a lot wider. And the car came from the factory with 325, I believe, or no, 325 tires from the factory. And this thing was able to hold 345 tires in the back without an issue. And that is with the 18-inch wheel in the front and 19-inch wheel in the back. With the C6 Z06 being such a big deal in the car community, Corvette was here, man, and it was here to stay. As it always happened, but it was now a staple. It was a force to be reckoned with, along with supercars, because of the level of performance that it put down. So let's fast forward now. This car is a 09. The year today is 2019. So this is a 10-year-old car. So the question is, with a 10-year-old car, is it still relevant? I would probably say so. Now, there's a car behind me. I'm not sure if it's a cop or a volunteer firefighter, but it does have lights. So we are gonna just chill for a minute. I was gonna do a little poll for y'all, but nah, I'll leave it alone. We'll save it. So back to the basics of the architecture of this car. What Corvette did with very old technology, honestly, because a lot of the parts are interchangeable with the C5. Literally, my C5 has the full suspension from this car. I took its shocks, I took its sway bars, I took its end links, I took its leaf springs, everything, and it's transferable right over to a C5. So they took what was pretty old technology, man, and built this from it. And that's what Corvette recipe always was in terms of getting the most value for dollar. This car does that extremely, extremely well. It was also the first time that Corvettes were this expensive. This particular car, with fully optioned out, you know, was tipping $80,000, high 70s, $80,000, which for a Corvette was a really big deal. So those are all your basics with a factory C6 Z06, right? But let's talk about this one, because as you know, on Mod2Fame, we don't do stock cars. This particular car has really been worked. It's still naturally aspirated, but the buck stops there, because the car is cammed, the car has reworked heads, the car has a fast intake, a fast 102, it has upgraded fuel rails, slightly upgraded fuel system, and the car is tuned. It has Nitto NTO5R tire in the back. It has a short shifter. It has custom exhaust, Cook's headers. I mean, this car is built really nicely, I might add. When I show you under the hood, as you can see now, you can see that this car is really well put together. So with that combination, we haven't dynoed this car yet, but we will. My buddy Anthony at Broadway Auto Brokers, this is his C6 Z06. He found the car in North Carolina, just like this, already built like this. So hopefully the old owner of this car sees this video and bugs out and lets us know exactly what he did, which exact parts were used. But what we're gonna do is find out how much power it makes in a future video. We're gonna take it to our buddies over at In-Track Tire and put it on the dyno and see what type of power this thing is making with the mods that it has. Now, what it should be making with the mods that it has, from what I know of C6 Z06s, this car should be making probably around 520 to about 540 to the wheels. 520 to 540 to the wheels in a car that this light makes for a very fast car. And we'll do some data recording later to let you know exactly how fast it is from 60 to 130. There's no space on the street for me to do 0 to 60, plus it's pointless on the street. We'll reserve that for when we go to the airstrip and we'll test the 0 to 60s. And we'll probably do the testing of the 60 to 130 there, now that I think about it. But driving this thing, man, is so sweet. It has, again, aesthetically, the car has, I believe, the anniversary wheels or newer model wheels on this one. Still 1920, all blacked out. Looks great, man. The cars come together great. But Anthony has more plans for this car. He plans to do front lip, side skirts, diffuser, rear wing, all of it carbon fiber. So all of it is going to be really sick when the car fully comes along. But I just couldn't help myself, man. I had to jump in this thing because this is a car that I always wanted myself. I always wanted a C6 Z06 just because, man, it's just all together just a sick car. But we'll let the road clear up a little bit. I'm going to stop talking for a while and just give you guys a couple pulls to get your blood going. All right, let's go. All right, so let's treat it like we're going into a 40 roll, right? We'll drop down to 40. Second gear. 40. Let's do 45. 1, 2. Yo, these cars sound nasty. Yo, these sound nasty, bro, with a cab. Woo! They sound so nasty. It's crazy, bro. I love the way they sound, bro. Oh my God, they sound so nasty, bro. 50 roll this time. 1, 2. The pops and bangs out of this is bonkers, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yo, I ain't gonna front to y'all. I'm not saying it's the fastest thing in the world, but it is fast. Like, it's fast, like legit. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Back to the AC. Wow. I'm done. That's it. I mean, what else would you possibly need, bro? For a fun weekend car, this car handles amazing as well. We're not near any canyons today, but trust me when I tell you the car handles absolutely amazing. We're gonna take it to the track this weekend. Actually, we're taking the car to the track, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it performs at the track. But I know it's gonna do amazing. I'll talk to y'all in a minute when I get out the car. Give me a second.
10 seconds later.
All right, real quick, let's talk about this other thing. Value, right? I keep saying value for dollar. Well, let's talk about the value for dollar. This car can be had, any 06 to 09s can be had just under and little over $40,000, man. This is a lot of car for 40 grand, bro. A lot of car. And I'm talking about one with a nice one. Like, this car right now has under 20,000 miles. So under 20,000 miles, and it's like that. That's crazy. Little on-ramp action. Got a little loose there. Got a little loose. Things that I don't like so far though, I could tell you guys, the shifter is really Nachi. This one is a Henson. It's a Henson shifter, and it must be one of their most aggressive ones because it is like super Nachi. And I don't like it. I don't feel like I can grab the gears quickly. I guess maybe it takes getting used to, but it's like super hard to shift. But otherwise, you can just drop your windows on a nice summer day like today, and you know, I got the car in 5th gear right now, doing 60 miles an hour, and it's cruising. All right, guys, so there you have it. Just took out the C6 Z06, and as you guys can see, super duper excited, super duper great time, man. And the crazy part is the way that this car performed just now. It's hot as hell out here today. That's the beautiful thing about naturally aspirated. It does suffer from the heat, but nowhere near as much as like my Hellcat, where it's a totally different car in the heat. This car still runs strong, still runs hard. That being said, I can't wait to test it on a dyno to see what type of power it puts down, which is gonna come in a future video. I can't wait to test the 60 to 130 on this car and the 0 to 60 on this car, which we're gonna test on an airstrip coming up real soon. But anyway, if you like this type of video, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share. Also hit the notification bell so you don't miss no more videos going forward. But until the next one, it's your boy Stephen here from Mod2Fame, and in this beautiful black, triple black C6 Z06. We out.